Hi, it's Nathaniel here from the Cider Link, and this is an interview with Don from Alpine Cider in Victoria. And this family has a very long heritage in fruit growing. They've actually been growing apples up in the high country in Victoria since the 1950s, hence the name Alpine Cider. All of their orchards are high altitude orchards. And a few years ago, they began to notice what was going on in the cider world, and they started to notice the success that cider was having. So they decided to have a go at making some. And in their first year of commercial cider production, they won a silver medal at the Australian Cider Awards, which is very, very impressive for a first entry into that competition. They make a great product. It's a very tasty cider. It's now in high demand, and we're absolutely delighted that we're working with them. So have a listen to what Don's got to say and enjoy.
Well, our background is my father came to the northeast of Victoria in the mid-50s, growing apples. He was a fruit grower in Doncaster and moved up here in the mid-50s. I have two brothers and a sister, and we've all worked in the business. And now we've got grandsons in the business. We have 5 properties growing fruit in the northeast of Victoria, one in Batlow in New South Wales, and that's our history as far as fruit growing goes.
So 60 odd years of growing fruit. How come the move into cider?
Well, the cider, I guess the interest in cider has pricked our interest, like the consumption of ciders. You're out weekends and that, and people are drinking cider, and we're growing apples, so we thought, well, why aren't we making cider? We have always made juice, but never cider till this last perhaps 18 months, and we started to get it involved in the cider scene, mainly because of the interest in cider. We had the ample amount of the product, but so cider was our step.
And in your first year of commercial cider production, you pull a silver at the Australian Cider Awards, which is great. What do you put that down to?
Well, we're getting the cider made. We're using our fruit, 100% of our fruit. It's all, whilst it's not first grade fruit, it's all good quality fruit. It's all grown in the high country. Our ciders have no concentrates or sugars or anything like that. It's just 100% our fruit, being going from juice to cider.
And what would you say is different or unique about what you're doing in the cider market?
Well, I mean, that's I guess the difference is the quality of our cider. It's being made from our fruit, which is good quality fruit. As I say, no concentrates. Where it's basically made out of Pink Lady, which is the Pink Lady and Granny Smith at the moment, which is the favoured varieties. Yeah.
And you're fairly high altitude up there, aren't you?
High altitude, yeah. Well, most of our properties are on our Batlow properties on the snow line as far as alpine snow goes. All our orchards are at high altitudes.
How would you say your ciders should be best enjoyed? So if someone's going to try one of your products and they haven't tasted them before, how would you say they would get the most out of it?
Well, I think obviously chilled, but we hear that cider shouldn't be chilled to about 6-7 degrees is a good, enjoyable temperature. Obviously, warm nights and plenty of friendship, plenty of friends, family, all adds to enjoying a cider. No, I certainly go. It certainly goes with some foods. It's great with cheese and biscuits and all that. Light food. Make good drinking.
Oh, you're making me thirsty now. So, what would you say is next for Alpine Cider? What's the future hold?
Well, see, I'm more involved in growing apples, and I've got quite interested in the more traditional varieties that are purely grown for cider. So I've been doing some research and have in fact collected some grafting wood, which we've grafted this spring. Some of the more known ones, and most of them are English, I believe. There's Kingston Black, which is a favoured. There's a Yarlington Mill, another one that's recommended to us. Dabonet, and there's several others I'm chasing, and we hope to get that, traditional cider apples happening for us too. I think that's an important thing for us to be doing anyway. Perhaps cloudy ciders. We're just looking at all sorts of things, but the traditional cider apples have certainly got an interest.
So there you have it. That was Don from Alpine Cider. Really exciting to see new entrants coming into the cider market and doing really, really well. And especially exciting to see the interest in cider apples as well. And they obviously have a bright future and lots of ideas, which is great. So watch this space. And of course, have a taste, try the product and give us some feedback. Let us know what you think. Cheers.